Hi, I'm Haley Coburn, the photographer and art director behind 117 Productions. I've been a professional photographer for 6 years, and I've gotten into fashion photography for the past 2 years. I work with brands like Encircled, a certified B Corp travel clothing brand, and Mayana, women's intimate wear brand, both companies based here in Toronto, Canada. Today, I'll be sharing 3 tips of how to get into fashion photography. Tip number 1, build your portfolio. I think the most important thing is your portfolio, because no one's going to hire you if you have no work to show that you know what you're doing. So the best way to do this is through trade for prints or TFPs with other creatives like models, stylists, even studios that are looking to expand their portfolio and their brand. Reach out to them through DM or email them and come to them with a vision or a mood board. Show them what you want to do and see who's interested and who can actually help you achieve the look that you're going for. As we know, it's not always about doing things for exposure, so you have to be strategic with who you choose to be in your team for different shoots. I did a lot of TFPs when I was just starting out and finding my way in the photography world. But when I knew I wanted to do fashion, that's when I really had to narrow down the type of TFPs I needed to do and who I needed to work with in order to get the results that I wanted. TFPs are also the perfect time to play with your camera settings and to play with studio lighting. Try your best to make the most out of that time and get a variety of photos that you can use to show what you can do. And also, work within your budget. You can get really good results and pay for nothing. I've done beauty style shoots with models and makeup artists in my kitchen. So if you put your mind to it, you'll find a way to make everything work out. And once you have that portfolio and you're comfortable with your photography style and editing, then collaborations or working with smaller brands are possible. And by working with them, you can get one foot in the door if you do a good job. You can open up opportunities just by word of mouth, by that brand recommending you to other brands. And that's something that you can add to your portfolio to show that you actually worked with so-and-so's brand, and here are the photos. If there's a specific brand that you have a goal to work with in the future, then look at their photography to have an idea of the standard and quality of work, and then perfect your personal style. If it's a clothing brand and you already own some of their pieces of clothing, then style it and shoot it and practice, and then post that photo online and tag them. You know, there's so much power in posting on social media. Shoot a lot, edit a lot, and work on perfecting your style of photography. And brands are ultimately going to hire you because they like what you do. Tip number 2, build a team of collaborators. So in the process of building your portfolio, hopefully you've worked with a lot of different creatives, and you may even have a team of core people who you trust. So as a photographer, especially if you're working for yourself, you already have to wear so many hats. But for myself, art direction is part of my role in addition to being the photographer. So while working with clients, I want to provide them with the best experience as possible and provide them with the best team. If you're working with the owner of a brand, they don't have time to be thinking about everything, especially when it comes to hiring other creatives. But if you already know people who are good at what they do and professional, then you can recommend them. And that's one thing that you can take off your client's plate. So there are cases when a client may already have a makeup artist that they're comfortable working with, but it's beneficial to provide them with additional recommendations. Now, if you're working with bigger brands, there can be different cases. Sometimes they don't care who you're working with, as long as you get the work done and provide them with the final product that they asked for. So in that case, if you already have a team that you trust, then it's easy to get that job done. Tip number 3, start pitching to brands. Now that your portfolio is set and you have your team of professional creatives, you can start pitching. You can't wait for all the work to come to you, but you have to introduce yourself so that people know you exist. Sometimes there's a little bit of strategy and a little bit of investment that may be needed. You want to make sure that you're contacting the right person you need to contact, preferably the person who's going to be hiring you for the job. For small businesses, it may be the owner themselves, or it may be the art director, or the creative director, or even the chief marketing officer. You have to figure out who that person is. I've tried reaching out to brands both through DMs and through email, and usually for bigger brands, they have social media managers who monitor their DMs, and so it may or may not be very helpful to message them through DM. So if possible, it's best to contact the person you need to contact directly, and that just makes things go so much smoother and quicker. Remember that people are busy, so make your message short and to the point. Share a sample of your best images, and don't forget to add a call to action at the end. What kind of response do you want to hear from the person you're contacting? Do you just want them to email you back? Or do you want to book a call with them within the next week or so? Be clear about what you want and ask for it. And so, those are my 3 tips of how to get into fashion photography. First, build your portfolio, perfect your style, continue to practice until you're producing high quality work. Second, build a team of creatives that you can work with consistently and that you can recommend when you're hired for a new job. And third, pitch to brands. Introduce yourself and let people know who you are. If you keep doing these 3 steps repeatedly, keep building your portfolio, keep working with other creatives, and keep pitching, then you'll see the results as time goes on. So I hope you found this video helpful. It was concise, but I found these to be the perfect step toward building my fashion photography brand. If you want to see more content like this, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let me know in the comments what type of photography topics you want me to cover in the future. Thanks for watching. Bye.